Hey, what's up guys? It's Rob Alasadis here. Now, I've been thinking about doing this video on how to live stream and sort of my top tips for business owners and entrepreneurs out there on how to live stream and just sharing a bunch of my tips all in one video. And I think I might still do that video. Let me know in the comments if that's something you would like to see, if that's a video that you would like for me to create. Let me know in the comments. But the more I thought about this video, the more I started dreaming of this cool collaboration that I could do with a bunch of my live streaming expert friends, where I would essentially have them share their top tips with you on how to live stream and specifically for your business. And so in typical Rob Alasadis fashion, I guess, I reached out to a bunch of my friends and made it happen. And this video is a product of this massive collaboration with a bunch of live streaming experts that you will recognize, including Adrian Salisbury, Anya Rosina, Daniel Batal, Dean Reynolds, Diana Gladney, Jeff Bates, Justin Brown, Kelly Noble Mirabella, Kevin Colby, Nick Niman, Rich Benares, Scott Simpson, and Stephanie Liu. But before I introduce you to these amazing live streaming experts and professionals, I'd like to say a quick shout out to my friend Jeff Bates for supporting this channel on Patreon. I'd love for you to support this channel on Patreon as well for as low as, get this, $1 a month. If you'd like more information on that, click the link down below. Our next goal on Patreon is to reach the 50 patron mark, at which point we'll be launching a private community for all of us to connect, to collaborate, to share ideas, and for me to really bring more value to you guys. So again, would love for you to support that. Just click the link down below in the description and you'll get all the information that you need. All right guys, I'm really pumped for you guys to meet all of these experts. So before we get started, let's roll the intro and I'll see you on the other side. My name is Rob Alasadis. Hey. All right, so before we meet our first live stream expert here, if you're new to this channel, my name is Rob Alasadis. I create a lot of content around live streaming, video creation, video marketing, and really helping other content creators out there get their message out and to reach their target audience using videos. Okay, so now meet Diana Gladney. She is an incredible content creator. I've learned so much from her. Actually, she was introduced to me by Rich Benares, who you'll be learning from in this video as well. And she has an amazing YouTube channel. She has an amazing community. She's awesome on Instagram. So make sure you connect with her on all those channels. And so here is Diana Gladney.
Hey, what's up, Rob? One tip that I would have for an entrepreneur that's trying to get started in live streaming for their business is you want to create a live stream around a topic that's not just something that's going to be a monologue, but something that's going to be more easily a dialogue. Consider something that's trending in your niche or your industry, especially like if you have something that's like tech or there's a business law that just came out that's going to impact your industry. Create something that's not just a monologue, but it's going to be a dialogue back and forth.
Awesome advice. Thank you, Diana. Actually, I don't know why I have my headset here. I've been listening and doing some editing as well. Okay, anyways, and also I just realized I have 2 pairs of glasses with me. Anyways, okay, awesome. I love that. Create a conversation using your live streams with your audience. Now, you're gonna learn now from my friend, Daniel Batal, who, by the way, at the time of this recording, just hit 100,000 subscribers on his channel. So Daniel, congratulations again. Now, here's Daniel.
Hey Rob, how you doing? When it comes to live streaming, the one tip that I would offer is live streaming isn't just all about the moment while you're live. Live streams can actually drive a lot of views afterwards if you build them in a way that they have value in the replay. If you spend too much time just shouting out everybody in the chat, then the people who watch in the replay might feel like this really wasn't made for them. It was really only made for the people who were there at the moment. I just live streamed yesterday and there was about 300 to 400 concurrent viewers at any given time at the live stream, but I built it in such a way that the replay actually drove over 7,000 views just in the first day alone. So think about your live streams as actual content that can provide value long after the stream has ended. Back to you, Rob.
Awesome advice. Thank you so much, Daniel. Now, if you guys don't know, I actually get to work with Daniel here at TUBEBUDDY because Daniel is a very good friend of TUBEBUDDY. We've worked with him. We're partners with Daniel. I actually got to be roommates with Daniel in San Diego during social media marketing world. Just an amazing guy, just so generous with his knowledge and his time. And so make sure you go check out his channel. All the links, by the way, for all of my friends here are down in the description. So go check out their channels, subscribe, and say hello. Now, speaking of TUBEBUDDY, our next friend here is no stranger to YouTube, probably no stranger to you. His name is Nick Nimmons, and at the time of this recording, his channel is at 620,000 subscribers. So Nick does not mess around. He knows his stuff. He actually does these massive weekly live streams with his brother D. So Nick, take it away.
What's up, Rob and friends? My name is Nick. If you're not familiar with me, I help people grow their YouTube channels, make videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff. And for anybody that is interested in live streaming, my advice to you is make sure that you know why it is that you're streaming in the first place, because the approach that you're going to take if you are streaming for the sake of bringing attention to a product or service is going to be completely different than the approach that you're going to take if you are trying to have like a community that you're trying to build. Just like the approach is going to be different if you decide that, hey, I'm trying to make a piece of content that I can upload to my YouTube channel as a piece of actual content, and it's going to be great on the video replay as well because we've structured everything so that it feels just like a video, right? So make sure that you know exactly what it is that you're trying to get out of your live streams so that you can make sure that you're doing the right type of stream that will help you get there.
Nick, thank you so much. That's really good advice with really having a game plan when it comes to your live streams. Now, speaking of having a game plan and being organized, you guys are going to really enjoy this next guest of ours, Kelly Noble Mirabella. She has really dominated the messenger marketing space. She's actually an ambassador for ManyChat, which is the leading messenger marketing tool out there in the world right now. And they actually got her to teach the course. So she knows what she's talking about when it comes to messenger marketing. So check out her channel about that to learn more on what she's doing there. But when it comes to live streaming, she's also amazing at it. So Kelly, you're up next.
Hey Rob, one tip that I have when it comes to live streaming is to have a plan. Make sure you have a plan for pre and post marketing your live stream. Also, organize all your assets, links, and anything that you might need during your live stream so that you do not have to waste time searching around and everything is right there at your fingertips. Finally, have a plan on how you will get people to engage and how you will capture users' information. I personally like to use a messenger bot to help me with this, but you can also do some kind of offer with a call to action and a landing page. And always remember, practice makes progress, so don't be afraid to go live.
All right, thank you so much, Kelly. That was really, really good advice to be organized, to have all your things all set up before you live stream. So awesome, thank you so much. Now our next guest is probably the person that I can give credit to for really opening my eyes to the power of live streaming. Stephanie Liu, thank you so much. You were probably the first person that I started seeing really killing it on live stream, and I started noticing that you were using it for business building. Make sure you go check out her channel and her community on Facebook. Stephanie, you're next.
Hey Rob, my one tip for live streaming is to create a run of show. A run of show is a document that lays out the timing, the program, and the content for every segment of your show. And it's very, very helpful if you plan on having a guest or if you want to work with brands and sponsors in the future.
Thanks, Stephanie. That's really good advice. Now, you guys, you gotta have a run of show or some type of bullet point of all the things that you want to do and say and cover during your live streams, especially if you have guests. Make sure you do have a run of show. Thanks again, Stephanie. Now, for our next friend here, Kevin Colby, amazing guy, just such a good heart. Go check out his channel. He's starting to really blow things up on YouTube, and this advice is for the people out there that are a little bit nervous about live streaming, a little bit nervous about how they're going to show up on camera and on live. So, Kevin, take it away.
Hey there, Rob. One of the things that I do before I go live, and I would recommend you always do it, is to do a test run. So like if I'm going to go live on Facebook, I do a test run, but I just make it private. If I'm going live on YouTube, I do the same thing, I just make it private. And what I do is I kind of do a really short version. I mean, just maybe a minute or two of what my live stream will be. And I can test my animations, or if I've got any movies or anything else I'm going to roll in, and I can just make sure everything works. I kind of get it in my head. So think of it as a truncated live version. Then I go back and I just watch it to make sure everything's working. Then I press that live button. Hey, it always works for me. Hope it works for you. Thanks for asking me. Now, back to you, Rob.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin. That's really good advice. Now you guys are going to be hearing from my friend Justin Brown, who is one half of the Primal Video team. Justin has some really good advice here on how to avoid some headaches that you will face if you don't pay attention to this one tip that he is about to share. So, Justin, you're up next.
Hey Rob and friends, my live streaming tip is to run a speed test before you go live. Obviously your internet is going to play a pretty critical role in live streaming, so you want to make sure that you have a decent upload speed, that your internet's actually going to be fast enough, but also that it is a reliable connection and not jumping all over the place, fast 1 minute and slow the next. So you can do that by using the speed test website, speedtest.net, or you can download the speed test app on your iPhone or iPad or pretty much any device out there. So you want to make sure that it's consistent and there is enough for the provider or for the live streaming platform that you're going to be using. We're talking upload speed here, not download speed. This could save you a lot of headaches later on. Now, as for how fast your internet needs to be, that's going to come down to the platform that you're broadcasting live to, but also the software or the service that you're using to push out that live stream. So you can do a quick Google search and find out the minimum and recommended specs for those, but speedtest.net and running a speed test can save you a ton of headaches while you're live.
See, now I told you, wasn't that going to be helpful to you? Hopefully that's going to save you a lot of headaches, so make sure you are checking your internet speed before you press live. Now, our next guest here is a good friend of mine from San Diego, California. I actually got to hang out with Rich a few months ago when I was in San Diego. Now, Rich is a content machine. He does live streams, he does uploaded videos, he does vlogs. He's got a lot of really cool content creator friends as well that he collaborates with. So, Rich, you're up next.
One of the most important things that I have learned as somebody that's either a content creator or somebody that does live streams is that my friends and my family are never, ever, ever, ever my audience, because live streaming is just another facet in my life that I do. Basically, me as a person, the whole thing, the whole Rich, is much more important than that small aspect of my life or my job. No matter how much you try to promote to friends and family, that sometimes don't be so disappointed that they're not necessarily interested in watching your live stream. If my friend was a librarian and they came up to me and they said, "Hey Rich, would you like to see a live stream of me at work?" I'd probably say no. So just keep that in mind. Don't let that get in the way of your progress. Just continue to create content that people are willing to watch. That's my tip. So back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Rich. That was really awesome advice. Now you're going to learn from Anya Rosina from the Restream.io team. Anya goes live every single week, both on LinkedIn and YouTube on the Restream channels. So Anya, you're up next.
Experiment and explore. Try different types of content, different formats. Maybe you'll do great with a solo show. Maybe you should invite guests and have a dialogue. Maybe you do something interactive with your community. Try to involve them in your conversation, highlight their comments, maybe even bring them onto your video. And also try to experiment with different platforms. You don't have to stick to one place. You can try Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, all at the same time. Luckily, there are a lot of great tools out there that make it super easy for you. So bottom line is stay curious, stay innovative, and always try something different.
I love that. Go test out different platforms, guys. Stay curious, stay testing all the time. So Anya, thank you so much for that advice. Now up next is my friend Adrian Salisbury. Speaking of Restream, I actually use Restream.io with eCamm Live, which Adrian knows very, very well because he is the creator of the eCamm Academy, fantastic ambassador for eCamm Live. I also got to hang out with Adrian over in San Diego a few months ago during Social Media Marketing World. Got to know him really well. So Adrian, you're up next.
Hey Rob, my number one tip when it comes to live streaming is to interact with your viewers. And we do this through the comments. If someone's gone to the trouble of writing something, even if they're just saying hi, please acknowledge them, respond to it. If you've been on a call when someone's done that to you, it makes you feel great. If they totally ignore you, you think, what's the point? Ultimately, we're building know, like, and trust. It's why we're doing live. We're having a conversation. We're building a relationship with our viewers. I promise you this is the best way for you to do it. So go apply it in your next live stream.
That was so good. Thank you so much, Adrian. Now you guys are going to learn from Scott Simpson, who is the co-founder of Video Marketing World, an amazing event. Actually spoke at it this year and actually last year as well over in Dallas. And so Scott is going to be teaching you a little bit about backgrounds and lighting when it comes to your live stream. So Scott, take it away.
Hey Rob, so one tip that I have when it comes to live streaming is to make sure that your background is aesthetically appealing and that it lends to your professionalism and lends to your credibility as a live streamer. So what happens a lot of times when people live stream, they're either doing handheld type of a camera and their background is all over the place, or they're sitting down at their computer and it's like this, they're looking down like this and hey guys, welcome to my live stream. The problem with that is that everybody can do that. Anybody can do that. And so what you want to do as a live streamer to be taken seriously is to set things up so that way it makes you look more professional. So what I've got in my background, I've got these sound dampening panels, very cheap on Amazon. I've got a couple of LED uplights. You can see I can change the color. Right now they're set on purple. I've got blue light over here. I bought this bookshelf so that way I could have something to put all of my personality, like knickknacks that represent some of my personality. So I've got mountains up there. I've got a thumbs up down here. And then this is important if you have any awards or anything that show your credibility or give social proof, add that. So I've got my play button there so that way when people know that I'm talking about YouTube, that I'm a credible resource, a credible source of information when it comes to talking about YouTube. Now, and then make sure that you've got good lighting in the foreground so that way you, as the subject of the live stream, are well lit.
Thank you, Scott. One day when I get that play button, I'm definitely going to put it back there in the background. But till then, this is my background right here. There you go. That's a familiar view. Now, next up is Dean Reynolds. Amazing guy. Helps a lot of artists and creatives and musicians get online, get on YouTube using videos. And so Dean has some advice. Of course, being a musician, he has some advice for us about audio. So Dean, take it away.
Audio. Check your audio, especially if you have a guest coming on your show. You have to ask that guest to show up at least 15 minutes, guys. At least 15 minutes. Check the audio, of course, frame the guest up in the shot and everything, but check the audio. Make sure the audio is good. Remember, not every live streaming platform allows you to manipulate the audio up or down. This is Dean. Peace.
For me, anytime I have a guest, I make sure that they come into that broadcast studio 15 minutes at the very least. I actually send them a calendar invite. That way, it's actually locked down on their calendar and they don't book anything before that session so that we can test all the audio and make sure it's all good. So now you guys are gonna learn from my friend Jeff Bates, amazing content creator as well, talks a lot about Disney, in fact. So Jeff, you're up next.
I think it's vital to stay on task. You've got to have a plan before your show. I use Post-it notes. It's easy. Say you have 5 topics you want to talk about or 5 points you want to get to or 5 whatevers. You just get a Post-it note. Sometimes I'll even grab the Post-it notes and when I'm done, I'll throw it at the camera. I don't know why. It's a silly thing. People ask me why I do it. I don't have a good answer, but it gets me flowing. It makes me not forget because when you go live without a plan, sometimes you get lost. You forget what's going on and then the show's over and you're like, oh, I didn't even talk about that. 5, no more than 5, just my opinion. Post-it notes, point A, point B, point C. Stole that from Pat Flynn. Rob and people of Rob's World, I hope that helped. Have the best day ever.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this collaboration. Make sure you go check out all of my friends' channels. Again, the link is down in the description. If you guys have any tips you guys would like to add so that we can share it with the community, make sure you leave it down in the comments. Let me know what other type of collaborations you would like me to do. I would love to do them with other amazing content creators. And again, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.